Hello everyone, welcome back to second lecture of this series cloud computing. So we have seen in the first video what is the cloud computing, what kind of services they provide like compute storage networking. Then we have seen the benefits of cloud computing. After that we have seen type of cloud, public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud. Then what is the multi-cloud. Then we have seen major cloud providers such as AWS, Azure and GCP, and we have known okay they sell their services, so their services comes into the service models like IaaS, PaaS, SaaS. So first one is infrastructure as a service, platform as a service and software as a service. So today's session we will going to see these three service models in detail. Before diving into the service models, I would like to clarify how rent works. For example, we have seen STD booths. So, what is the use of mobile? The primary purpose of the mobile is to have the communication. If you want to purchase a mobile, you have to buy it with the large amount of the money. You need to buy the SIM. You need to have the recharge in that SIM. But instead of in STD, you just need to go on the shop, dial the number for how much ever time you wanted to talk. For that amount, for that particular time, you need to pay the money. Same way, like how cyber cafe works. Cyber cafe works on the same criteria. You don't need to buy internet, laptop, desktop, hard disk, etc. Just go to the cyber cafe shop, pay 10 rupees per hour, then you can use whatever the things you wanted to do on that particular time. Similarly, cloud providers rent their services to us. So here we don't need to pay upfront cost. What does it mean? So I don't need to buy those big servers that has millions of cost. So we don't need to buy those. We just rent it on in a smaller amount. So infrastructure as a service. So what is infrastructure? Root of everything in the IT. Root of everything means everything runs on the infrastructure. Examples of infrastructure is that servers, storage, DB, load balancer. So what is the use of server? To run some software, some applications. There could be plenty use of servers. Then storage to store the data, block files, image, and whatever video you wanted to store in storage. Then DB to store tabular data. So we use database. So there are multiple type of databases like MongoDB and MSQL, PostgreSQL, load balancer to distribute the traffic. So whenever you want to distribute traffic to your multiple resources, we use load balancer. We will see all those things in detail. Uh, so what IaaS mean? Rent the infrastructure virtually. So for example, AWS has purchased 1000 big servers. Okay, so there are too much of servers. They are buying. So they have high CPU, high memory, high disk, and for example, their cost is $1 million. But what happens with the virtualization? One big server divided into four small servers. Okay. Then now I will ask AWS, okay, AWS, give me one big server for my work, then three small servers. So AWS will say, okay, take one big server, three small servers. You need to pay me this amount, $500 per month for the one big server, $450 per month for the three small servers. So this is the cost which I need to bear per month for these servers. Okay. So this is how cloud provider rent their services to the businesses, corporate users, etc. In IaaS, I need to purchase that server, then I need to install the OS, then I need to install the middleware. Middleware is a kind of application software programs which helps to run application and connects with OS. Means it helps to work the program better. For example, web servers. Okay, so we will see web servers later, but you can ignore that what is middleware. We will see later. So runtime. Runtime means dependencies for application. For example, your application runs on Java. So you want to install Java on the server. Then our main application. So that application has to be deployed on the server. Then whatever whoever access the application, that data has to be stored somewhere. We don't want to lose the data. For example, Facebook, Netflix, and there could be any other web application. So every web application has their own infra. It could be VM, it could be in Kubernetes, it could be in containers, etc. So everything has the infra. Okay. Then platform as a service. So here infra also exists. Okay, but we don't need to care. The cloud provider, they need to take care of the infra. For example, I will just say, okay, I want to deploy my Java application, I want to deploy my Python application. So it's their headache where they are going to deploy. Are they going to deploy on Windows? Are they going to deploy on Linux machine? But it's their headache, not ours. We just manage the application and data. So we need to ensure like our application is running, it is scaling very well or not. So we need to set up the monitoring, and we need to take care of data like it is stored appropriately. Then software as a service, here also infra exists, but we don't need to manage. Application runs somewhere, so this application doesn't belongs to us. We use this software directly. For example, Google has Google Drive, Google Doc. So we are using their softwares, and the data which is stored, it's their headache. We are just using their services. So we don't need to worry about data, application or infra. We just need to use the software. So you can see examples like Teams, Gmail, Jira, Canva for graphic designing, etc. So it is browser based. So data is not lost. They save our data. We pay on monthly and yearly basis. So we take, so what does mean by subscription? So there will be contract between you and the company. They will ask, okay, pay us $N per month. Okay, this could be anything or it could be common for everything. So based on the contract, you have to pay on monthly or yearly basis. So this is the difference between infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. So here you can say provider manage. Provider means cloud provider. You means we. So here you can see the four are the things which cloud provider manage. Networking, the all kind of servers which they have physically in their data center, all are connected. The storage attached to those servers, then servers, then virtualization. So we are not going to use server directly. We can use, that is another concept, but mostly we use virtual servers, virtual machine, VM. Okay, on that VM we need to manage the OS, we need to manage the middlewares, runtime, data, application. But when it comes to platform as a service, there everything of these is managed by provider. We just need to manage for the application and the data. But in terms of software as a service, everything is managed by the provider. We don't need to manage anything for the software as a service. Thank you. Please drop your doubt, suggestion, question in the comment section. I will happy to share my insights and on everything. Thank you.